The Sidewinder Mini knife by Craighill is a pretty cool looking little knife, and it has a really interesting design. But I've noticed a lot of people complaining about issues with opening and closing it, and so I wanted to go ahead and just show people what I've noticed about that. As you can see, it is difficult to close, and I don't really think it's a one-handed sort of thing. So yeah, the knife, it definitely has some issues in terms of design, but as much as anything, it's just cool. It's the novelty. It's really fun, and it's so fidgety. You can just this clicks, and it makes a really satisfying noise. Listen. And everything, just the way that it opens and closes, is just you could spend hours and hours just wanting to flip it back and forth. And so anyways, the trick to closing it and opening it in general is the silver part here on the knife blade edge is the part that will interfere with any of the interactions. So if you keep all of your, how you're holding the knife onto the black side, you will not have those issues. But if you're touching the silver side, you will. And so that does mean that closing it is a two-handed process. It's kind of hard to do here since I'm holding the camera, but let's see if I can. So if you're holding the silver side at all, it's really difficult. And so I'm going to just put this here so that it's easier to do. So to open it, as long as you're holding the black side only, it opens fine, and then you can snap it. And then to close it, you push this in and don't hold on to the silver side. Just keep your fingers on the black side and it'll close fine. But if you try to do the same exact thing and you're holding onto the silver side only, and you're holding onto the silver side only, it's going to be difficult. So if you are trying to do it one-handed, if you're trying to do it and your hands are on the silver side, it's not going to work. But when you have your hands just on the black part, then it will close. And again, it's more of a fun fidget. I wouldn't use it necessarily as my everyday carry. I mean, it doesn't have a belt clip. It's pretty small. The blade shape is really cool, but it's not necessarily the most useful for everything. It would be great for opening boxes and cutting small things. But, when you have two hands and you want to just fidget around, I mean, this is just so much fun. Look at that. And you might have noticed I have the other two knives in the background, there and there. These are the original design, but the PVD Vaporwave, I think they call it, versions. The silver one, which was included in the Kickstarter as an option with the Mini, and the gold one, which was one of the options for early backers, and I think they only made 50 of them. I honestly just got lucky because I subscribed to one of Craighill's past projects and happened to be on the mailing list because of that. And so I got in early and had a chance of this, and oh my God, it's gorgeous. But if people want a review of those, I can talk about them more in a longer video. Cool. Anyways, yeah, to open and close, do it using your hand only on the black part. And again, when you're closing it, it's just going to have to be a two-handed thing. You push that, pinch here, and then it'll close.